Welcome back to HomeKit 5. I'm Josh.
I'm Brayden.
This week we're going to talk about Tedee, Yeelight, and Apple.
There's an earwig on the floor.
Oh. Where'd it go?
It's over there somewhere.
Oh, lovely. We're going to be attacked by a bug.
All right. Tedee, they have issued an update for their existing smart locks. So this smart lock, it is a Bluetooth lock that goes, it's a retrofit lock, so it goes over your existing lock, and it has some pretty cool features. But you have to have a bridge to make it available over Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so we haven't talked about Tedee probably because when it launched, it wasn't HomeKit compatible.
Right.
But it looks like, it looks like you can only get it in Europe, and it was, we think it was 279 euros. We actually couldn't even find a place to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, wait, there's a place right there.
Oh.
Yeah, the bottom of the article. Yeah, so for sure, like, I think if you're looking for a lock, this one's kind of interesting. It reminds me a little bit of the August, right? Because like you said, it's the retrofit, so it just like clicks over it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Crazy day. A Yeelight has officially launched the D2 lamp in the US, and they've added chroma integration. So kind of interesting. If you haven't seen it, it almost reminds me of like the Meros, like, I don't know, what do you call that thing? The humidifier that they have with the light in it. But this is like a very short version of it that obviously doesn't take water or anything. Currently, and I don't know if this is going to last, but they did have a coupon that you could put if you were going on Amazon. Was it Amazon? No, it was on the Yeelight store. HomeKit News, all capital letters, all one word, which is where we got this article from. So thank you for that. And yeah, I think that drops the price from $60 to $30, which is kind of cool. And this thing can do 16 million colors, as one would expect. Did it have? I don't think I saw any kind of lumens output on this thing.
I don't think I did either.
It doesn't look super bright. They actually show people using it like on their desk, and I would assume that's where you want that chroma integration to come in, right? It's like you're running like a gaming setup or something, so you can install Razer Chroma if you're not familiar with that, and then you could like have it. Essentially, it's similar to the Hue Sync or something, where it's like controlling the lights based on what's on the screen and the position of the light. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's Wi-Fi though, so definitely something to think about if you've got a crowded Wi-Fi network like we do here. Yeah.
Another thing to note is all of the images that they have, it's being used in conjunction with other lights, so like it's really hard to tell how bright it is.
Yeah, for sure. But obviously, like, Yeelight has a ton of stuff, so if you're looking to get into their ecosystem, it's not a bad price for sure.
Yeah. All right. Apple. As we all should know, they had their September event last week. Yeah. And not much in the HomeKit space here. We got some iCloud updates with the new extended cameras with the iCloud Plus.
Yeah. But those really don't come till like this week, right? Like iOS 15 and
iOS
iPad
15 drops this Monday. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So by the time you're listening, you can get iOS 15 for sure, which is nice.
Yes.
I did find it interesting that they updated the iPad 9, but then they updated the iPad mini to be more like the iPad Air
and the iPad Pro.
And the iPad Pro with the squared edges and the colors, and I don't know, like the iPad got the old A13 chip bump into it, whereas the iPad Mini didn't get it got the newer chip, I thought. Yeah, the A15.
Yeah, the A15.
I just find that so odd that they would make that choice. I guess they're really trying to make sure that iPad is that like base model that you can buy if you want to, but I don't know. For me, like I would have just gone to the Mini
right
at that price point.
Yeah, I don't know. I also find it funny that now the iPad Mini is like more powerful than what we saw with the Air last year.
Yeah.
So the Apple Watch Series 7, we did not see a more squared off design. It's basically just the Series 6 with display bump. Like that's all we saw.
It's not even a display bump though, right? It's just like a bezel shrinkage, which is cool.
Yeah.
But they didn't change the actual like size of the bands or any of that stuff. It was really just they claim it's brighter indoors. I must have missed that part.
Oh, yeah. I think they said the display was a little bit brighter.
I don't even think we didn't even get a new chip in the Apple Watch.
Nope.
So I will say, I think, with the WatchOS 8, we are getting the ability to control the home a little bit better from the watch. So I'm definitely looking forward to WatchOS 8 there.
Yeah, for sure.
With the iPhones, honestly, this was maybe one of the more disappointing Apple events that I sat through. I was really, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't the leaks and the fact that we didn't even hit the leaks. It's just when I take a step back and you look at like everything that they put out in the new phones and what they're offering, like it felt like a miss, you know? Like, did they even talk about the iPad colors? Yeah, look, I can go get gray or Starlight, as they're calling a new color, or purple or pink in the iPad minis. You can't even, I don't even know. I guess that's all the colors, plus they added blue for the phone.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's less colors than they offered last year.
Yep, it definitely is. I don't know. We might potentially see something like we did last year, where they just kind of dropped a purple one in the middle of spring. But yeah, the color range is definitely disappointing.
I honestly don't know why they're putting color options out there, but like it doesn't seem to be standardized. Like, why are we not seeing a standardization across colors of like iPad Air, iPad Mini, Mac Mini, or not Mac Mini, iMac, right? And then the phone, and then the iPhone Pro. Like, it's such an odd choice.
Yeah, definitely some mismatching design language there.
Yeah, for sure. The 13 does look interesting. So if you are looking to upgrade, I think it's probably worth talking about for a second. You're getting the A15 chip, which is a nice bump. There is a difference now this year. I think this is the first time they've done it. The regular and the Pro, there is a chip difference there. So the GPU, you have one more GPU core in the Pro models versus the regular. But one thing that I kind of thought was interesting is they brought that image stabilizer from the Pro Max last year, and they kind of dropped it across all the phones. But the 13 and the 13 mini get one image stabilizer, and they kind of like rearrange the camera to be at diagonal with the lenses. They claim that's why, was so that they could get that image stabilizer in there. So you are getting a hardware image stabilizer on one of your lenses in the 13, but in the Pro and the Pro Max, you're getting it on two of your lenses. And I will say, these lenses, I mean, my goodness, the wide camera has an f1.5. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like better than some of the L series lenses that you can get from Canon. So I thought that was super interesting. And then I think the last kind of big thing is if you bump up to the Pro, you get that what do they call that? The Pro Motion display.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you get the 120 hertz screen, and it can like flex up or down on the hertz on the screen depending on what you're doing. So if you're just like scrolling through like an article with just text, it'll like tune that screen speed down, and it'll also like save on the battery.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty smart and interesting. So
yeah. Another thing to note is the notch getting smaller this year on the phone.
Smaller but taller, right? Skinnier but taller.
So. Yeah, because they had to move it so they could fit the speaker in there.
My understanding is the speaker, I mean, obviously we haven't seen it, but the speaker's actually
right
up in the bezel now, which they think is a precursor to the notch going away in the next evolutionary step.
Yeah.
Of the iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, also, they all have OLED displays this year. Definitely exciting to see that. So that way you can actually get truer blacks on your iPhone.
Truer blacks on your iPhone.
On my iPhone.
I've had true blacks.
Right.
Also, okay, so I'm going to get back on my color horse here for a second. Why the blue change? I don't understand this. They went from the old blue to this new Sierra blue. I was so looking forward to finally getting that darker blue phone in the Pro, and it's like this very subtly like baby blue almost.
Yeah.
Which was such an odd choice to move to. And again, you know, I will say the rumor was we were going to get like a golden color. See the difference? Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
I definitely would have liked to see this blue stick around.
Yeah, not sure what's up there. I don't remember if the 12s had LiDAR. Do you know?
The 12 Pro did.
Okay. Well, they put it on the screen, so I kind of assumed.
Yeah, there's a little LiDAR sensor there.
Okay. I also feel it's probably worth mentioning, like, we're super excited about cinematic mode, but I feel like a good portion of what they talked about in this event was a lot of software features that we're going to get, like cinematic mode, and like more lenses will support night mode now, and we'll be able to do ProRes video. Yeah. But it's like, that's all software stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
right. And I don't think we're even getting most of those features until later in the year, right? Like, yeah. It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on here. But I will say I'm definitely excited for iOS 15 to drop, tvOS to drop. I'm looking forward to seeing that camera integration a little bit deeper. And then honestly, like, I don't know, I feel like we should go shopping tonight and pick out some cameras for going around the outside of the house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. That's all we had this week. Yeah. Get off my little curmudgeon-y soapbox here about Apple, I guess. We still love them. Yeah. Even though it was disappointing. Well, they can redeem it. We'll see if we get a new Mac in like an October event. That'll definitely be nice, like the M1X Mac. And I don't know, you think we might see a rev on the HomePod Mini?
Maybe.
We're getting right about that 1 year mark.
Maybe. Maybe some new AirPods.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a thing.
Everyone kind of predicted there were going to be new iPods in this.
New AirPods in this?
Yeah, new AirPods in this iteration, like this event. Oh. And then they didn't show up.
Right.
So people were a little surprised by that. I don't know. It to me, it makes more sense to pitch it with a phone than it does a computer. But yeah, I mean, the rumored AirPod 3s have been out there for a while.
Right.
So. All right. Well, thank you as always for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. We appreciate it. It lets other people know. It lets the YouTube algorithm know to share it to other people like you so we can continue to grow. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your audio platform. And we will, I guess, talk at you. See you in the next episode. Bye.